Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. We had a bit of turbulence earlier today due to the ETF fake news, Bitcoin ETF fake news. Solana, remains largely unaffected. As you can see, Solana still respects our trend lines that we have on the chart. We've got this ascending trend line that the price has been respecting since November already. Okay, so it's quite a relevant trend line. Recently tested again, actually on Monday. And we also have a descending trend line. So again, market in a balance of forces here. There isn't really a clear direction. I mean, the trend overall is up, but then you could argue that since the 25th of December, the trend is down. But overall, if we zoom out, the trend is still up. So we haven't broken below any of those previous significant swing lows. I don't think that's needed actually to confirm that we are in this larger degree fourth wave that we're still watching for. It would become, it's obviously probabilities. We constantly have to assess here probabilities. I don't see a very clear trade setup. Therefore, I haven't, I've sort of mentioned that in the last video that the $47 level currently is the key level really. That's really the main level. However, I think there is a potential for one more high in wave 5 of 3 before this larger degree fourth wave starts. But the support isn't very clear here. I mean, all I can offer is this ascending trend line at the moment. And it depends on the bull's ability to push the price above the descending trend line. As you can see, it's getting a little bit boring. The market really is moving with less and less volatility here. And is sort of caught between the descending trend line and the ascending trend line. And we might not see a decision until we have really a decision about the ETF. So obviously today we had fake approval, so that was fake news. Maybe tomorrow we get the proper approval. I don't know what's going to come out of this sort of, I don't know if you've heard about it. So obviously the SEC tweeted that the ETFs are approved, but apparently the SEC X network account was compromised, whatever that means. And therefore, things are quite uncertain at the moment, okay? So, however, the parameters remain unchanged. We have support, Fibonacci support, between $47 and $79. So basically 3 levels to watch, okay? It's not really the entire area. Yeah, technically it is, but it's mainly the 3 levels that are relevant if the price dips into this area. 79.34, 59.41, and 47.03. These are the key levels to watch. And it becomes more and more likely that we break into this area once we break below the ascending trend line there. But I would really like to see, to confirm that further, I would like to see a 5-wave move down. At the moment, the movement to the downside of the December highs is corrective. So best I can tell in the yellow count is that we're working here on an A, B, C structure. That's similar to what AVAX is doing. If you watch the AVAX video, by the way, I take the micro count out. Just want to keep it clean. Basically, where also the price came down in an A wave, this here looks like a flat structure where we could now be working on this C wave that I talked about in the last few days. And the market did move up a little bit. And this could be the C wave of wave B in yellow, or actually in the more bullish scenario where we get one more high, it could be the A wave. The next high, and ideally we push a little bit higher, the next high could be a decision point because the pullback afterwards could be a real decision point. It could clarify things for us. I mentioned it in previous videos. If after the next high, so once we complete this 3-wave structure, this flat pattern here, assuming this is one, I mean, it's difficult to read, to be honest. If the next move down is corrective and the B wave is typically a 3-wave move, that would clarify things and we could be looking forward to a C wave rally higher. If the move down, however, is a first 5-wave move, an impulse, then it points towards the C wave. Yeah, explanation is C waves are 5-wave moves. Let me put that onto the chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And typically when we have a top in a B wave or a suspected top in a B wave, then a short trade setup that usually can be traded with Elliott wave is, but only when they are clear. They're not always clear, so it's worth to be picky. If the wave 1 is a 5-wave move, it indicates the trend is down. then you can short the corrective rally in a wave 2 with a stop above the B wave high. Obviously, we have no parameters for that yet because we haven't got the 5 waves down. We haven't even got a B wave top. So just want to highlight that. That helps you to avoid to just short blindly into a rally that's still ongoing. You basically wait for a signal that the trend is down, but then you're shorting into the corrective rally that should form a lower high. That's usually the textbook short trade setup in Elliott wave. But first of all, we need to recognize that another high is possible here, especially as long as the trend line is holding. So yeah, but the situation is quite dynamic. So at the moment, as I said, the market hasn't really revealed its intentions yet, but we stay focused on it. And as soon as things become clearer, I will let you know. But the bottom line is, as long as pullbacks are corrective, we can keep the door open for higher. That's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.